Hello guys. In a previous video, I showed you how to use random numbers to select a sample of size 10 from a larger population. My focus in this video though is to do the summary statistics with a focus of doing it by hand. So let's go ahead and again, we're doing this thing by hand. That's our goal. So this is our sample that we created earlier, and we need to find the mean and so forth. So let's go ahead and start with the mean. And the mean is the sum of all the values divided by the sample size. So we're going to sum all these numbers on our calculator to get this larger number. Then we're going to divide by the sample size, which is 10. And so we're going to put that as the mean. The standard deviation is a little bit tricky. So we need to remember what the formula is for the sample. And again, we're focusing on the sample standard deviation. And the formula is right there. For the variance though, this is the formula for the variance, and the standard deviation is the square root of the variance. So go ahead and find the variance first, then find square root. So that's what I have down here. Okay, so you're gonna put the x values, which are annual salaries. We're gonna place them down here. So we're just gonna copy these numbers and we're gonna paste it right there. So go ahead and just copy and then paste. Boom, just like that. Next, we're gonna have x minus x bar. These are called deviations from the mean. That means we're gonna take each x value, we're gonna subtract the value of the mean that we had from earlier. So that's what we have here. And we're gonna do that for each row. So each row we do the same thing. When we get down to here, we see it's the same thing that we're doing. One way to check your answer when you're using this approach is to sum these values, sum the deviations from the mean, and see if you get 0. If you're not getting 0 here, that means something is going on. That's not quite correct. So it should sum to 0. All right, next we're gonna go over here to talk about the squared deviations from the mean. So we're gonna square each of these numbers right here. So that's how we do it if we're using the Excel formula, but on your calculator you want to use a square, and you want to do that a bunch of times for each of these rows until you get down to here. When you get to here, we're gonna sum everything again, because if we look at the formula for the variance, we're summing the squared deviations from the mean. So this is exactly what we're doing, and it helps to remember Pemdas. So Pemdas that you learned in maybe high school or somewhere there. Pemdas means you're gonna first take the power. Sorry, you're gonna take what's in parentheses. Then you're gonna take the power, okay, the exponent. Then you're gonna do the multiplication. Then you do the division. Then you do addition. Then you do subtraction, okay? So in our parentheses, we have x minus x bar, so we're gonna do that first. So that's what we did here. Then we're gonna square, which is the exponent, to get this. When we're done, we're gonna sum the numbers to get that number. When we sum it, we're not done yet. That's just the numerator. We still need to divide by n minus 1. And n, in this case, sample size is 10. So this is 10 minus 1, which is 9. So we want to divide by 9, which is what we do here. Once we have that, then we need to find the square root of that number, of the variance, to get the standard deviation. And once you have the standard deviation, you can paste it right here. That's your value that you have. And then of course, for the min, max, you just want to go ahead and look at what the smallest number is, what the largest number is. Then for the proportion that attended training, you want to sum the number of yeses. When we sum these, we get 7. Divide by the sample size, 10, to get 0.7. And you're done. By the way, I keep mentioning copy paste. So if you do this and you copy, you want to do paste special and paste it as a number. So let me show you how to do that. The reason why you want to do that is because this is a formula. It's relying on the formulas here. So if you are in Excel and you want to paste special, you want to go here and you want to right click, you can say paste special so that you just get the numbers, right? That's one way to do that. So that's what we got.